Hey guys, welcome. In this video, what we're going to be doing is basically identifying the angles that we are going to be working around our supplements. Now that you have more understanding about your product, you should already have the research, the consolidated information about the brand that you're going to be building. Basically with this information, we're going to use AI to help us to identify the possible angles that we have to start considering for developing even deeper our product, and of course, create content and create copies from those. Of course, with the intention to be in alignment with the actual pain point that we're going to be solving with our supplement. So, that being said, what we're gonna be doing first in here is we're gonna be opening Club. Okay, so I'm gonna be just kind of like going into this page here. Okay, so now here in Club, what we are gonna be doing is we are gonna be installing or linking a skill that we already have available for you guys to use it. So this skill you could find them here in this video. But basically for us to install in this skill in Club, okay, what you have to do is you have to come here where it says customize. You're going to be going into skills, and then here in the plus symbol, you are going to be creating the skill and then uploading a skill. Okay, so now here is already uploaded, which is this skill here, supplement campaign engine. Okay, and this is the one that we're going to be doing. So as you see here, so the skill is basically to generate six main marketing angles and six corresponding sub angles for a new supplement, then build out the four foundational strategy documents for each sub angle. So basically this skill is going to allow you to select or pick the angle that you want to be working on, okay, based on the research, and then it's going to create these foundational documents for these specific angles that you could be considering, okay? How this work? Well, so what you have to do is you have to go into a new chat here, okay? Once you have your skill connected, you're gonna be getting into a new chat, and then here you're gonna be typing the slash symbol, okay? As you see here, they give you kind of like some directions. Okay, it's not showing it right now, but it showed before. Give you some directions about like, hey, type the slash symbol for you to select what skill you want to call out, okay? So which in this case, we're gonna be doing the supplement campaign engine. Once you click here, you are gonna be giving now information about your supplement, okay? So now what information are you gonna be giving in here? Um, at this point, as I mentioned, you should already have a consolidated information, research, branding, pain points, avatar about your product. You should already have like a good foundational information and data about your product, right? So what we are going to be doing is we're going to be adding this actual brief about our supplement so that way we can run this skill, and then a skill is going to give us this information that we're looking for, right? So just to show you, here is like the brief of this product. As you see, it's a simple brief, okay? So you see that it's kind of like a telling me what is the actual product, what is it for, the core position and pillars, okay, the brand essence, the voice, the some compliance rules, okay, brand colors. So you don't have to have all of them, okay? If you have all of this information, it's okay. But if you have, let's say, it's only like what is this product for, what is this product, and then the positioning pillars, so you can start working with that, okay? You're gonna actually have kind of like a just um, two, three, or four lines explanation about what your product is, and with that, if you are explaining on that four lines about what your product is, you are gonna be able to share this with the skill, and the skill is going to generate, understand the actual product supplement, and it's going to generate the high the potential angles for this supplement. Okay, so in this case, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to bring the actual brief of the supplement. Okay, that I have it here. Yeah, I have it here. I just kind of like drag and drop. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just run this. Okay, so you could say something like here is a quick brief about my supplement. Okay, run, and then the skill is going to work. Okay, so you see, I will start by reading the skill instructions and your brand brief, then go to work. So I have everything that I need. Let me execute the steps 1, 3, generate the 6 main angles and the 36 sub angles. Okay, so now this skill is giving you this just because it's kind of like the way that it was built. Okay, so this is more data for you to understand more about like what type of angles you can really do for your product, okay, for your supplement. So you don't have to go over all of them. Okay, so of course, if you already have a research and you have a good understanding about what your product is, so then you should know about like what type of issue are you trying to solve. So what you're gonna be doing is you're gonna be coming in here, like reading the angles, and then see in those angles what is the sub angle that you may want to be developing for your product. So for example, let's say that you want to kind of like go with the in this product here, it kind of like let's say that I want to go with the silent slide. Okay, which is kind of like quiet fear that some things of bad blood work says he's fine. Okay, so if I kind of like go with this actual angle, so then in here, which is this is number 2. Okay, here is kind of like the sub angle that I could be working for me to kind of like create more about the content, the copies, the actual copy for the page, for the pre-landers. So basically, it's kind of like going into a really focused way, kind of like for a specific focus audience, right? Like for example, if I'm gonna be doing the silent slide, so then I could be talking about in my ads, in my content, more about like a blood work says I'm fine, but I'm not. I know I'm not. Or you could be talking more about like the slow phase, the symptoms so gradual. You didn't notice until you did. You know, like these are sub angles inside that specific angle that you want to work. So now that I have this, so I could be going, let's say that I want to go into the 2A, right? Like the selling slide with the blower says I'm fine. So I'm gonna be doing this 2A. You see here, at the end it's like, hey, pick one sub angle. I will build full 3D foundation about this. The research, customer avatar that I believe, and offer brief for this. So I'm gonna be just clicking in here. And this is going to generate everything that is needed for this specific angle and sub-angle for this supplement. So now here you are seeing, guys, so we have the 4 foundational documents that we need for developing more around that specific angle that we are deciding to go after for our supplement. Okay, so the good thing is like you're going to be able to have the deep research as you see here. Okay, the customer avatar, the specific customer avatar, right, for this specific angle, all the information that you need for kind of like understand more about like how this supplement can impact this specific avatar, the necessary belief, and the offer brief suggested for this specific angle. Okay, so this is basically the process for you to like know more about like what type of angle and sub angles you can develop. Okay, so maybe in the future you decide to go like on running ads, for example, more towards this the angle two, but now with the sub angle the number slides. So then you can come here and you can kind of like create a foundational document for that specific sub angle and so on and so forth.